motion of the earth. Rotation. Try this. Take a top, spin it, and observe its movement. The top turns around itself. Any object that turns about itself actually turns around a certain imaginary line. The turning of an object around itself is called rotation, and the imaginary line around which it rotates is called the axis of its rotation. Northern North Pole axis, northern hemisphere, equator, southern hemisphere. South Pole, plumb line, a globe, a top, the Earth's rotation. Try this. Take a global like the one in the picture and spin it. Note the line around which it rotates. Now take a plumb line and hold it close to the globe as shown in the picture. If you cannot get a plumb line, tie a long thread, an eraser, and make one. You will see that the plumb line and the Earth's axis are at an angle to each other. That is, the Earth's axis is inclined. The Earth rotates with its axis inclined. Like this, the line NS in the picture shows the Earth axis. It passes through the center of the Earth. The points N and S are called the poles of the Earth. N is the North Pole of the Earth and S is the South Pole. If a circle were drawn around the surface of the Earth exactly in between the North and South Pole, it would divide the Earth into two equal parts. This imaginary circle is called the equator. The two equal part it makes of the Earth are called the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere respectively. Try this. Stand on stand a candle in the middle of a large table. Draw a big circle around the candle. Place a globe at any point on this circle. Light the candle. See that it is dark in the room. Suppose that the candle is the sun. Observe which part of the globe gets the sun's light and which one does not. The well-lit part of the globe shows day. Setting up of the model. Now looking at the globe from the direction of the North Pole, turn it anti-clockwise. This is how the earth rotates. It rotates from west to east. As the earth rotates, its different parts come into the light of the sun one after the other and turn away from it also in the same order. Sunset and sunrise. Try this. Stick a red bindi on the globe. Set up the previous model of the globe and the candle. Turn the globe anti-clockwise. Note when it is sunrise, noon and sunset at the location of the bindi. Day and night on the globe. After one sunrise, note when the next one occurs at the bindi. You will see that this happens when the earth completes one rotation. That is, when it makes one complete turn around itself. This period of time that the earth takes to complete one rotation is called a day. A day has two parts, daytime and nighttime, or simply day and night. For the purpose of measuring time, we divide the whole day into 24 parts, each of which is called an hour, a year. Try this. Now move the globe along the circle on the table. As you do this, keep rotating the globe and ensure that the axis does not change its orientation. Eventually, the globe will come back to its original place on the circle. This is how the earth revolves around the sun even as it rotates around itself. The period of time the earth takes to complete one revolution around the sun is called 1 year. There are about 365 days and 6 hours in a year. A leap year. In the Gregorian calendar, the year is taken to have 365 days. It means that it counts 6 hours less every year. That makes 24 hours or 1 day in every 4 years. To make up for this lost 1 day, the month of February in the Gregorian calendar has an extra day every fourth year. That year is called a leap year, and it has 366 instead of 365 days, and February has 29 instead of 28 days. Do you know that the length of the of day and night is not always equal? This happens because of the earth inclined axis and its revolution around the sun. In the northern hemisphere, between 22 March and 23 September, the days are longer than the nights. Therefore, it is warmer there. That is, it is summer in the northern hemisphere. However, during this same period in the southern hemisphere, the nights are longer than the days. The earth get, gets less heat in these parts, and therefore it is winter in the southern hemisphere. In the period from 23 September to 22 March, the days are longer than the nights. In the southern hemisphere, it gets more heat and it is summer here. In this period, in the northern hemisphere, it is the nights that are longer. The northern hemisphere get less heat and it is winter there. Note that there may be differences in these dates due to the leap years. In India, summer, the rainy season, and winter are considered to be the main season. We also divide the year into 6 seasons, namely Vasant, Grisma, Varsa, Sarad, Hemant, and Sisir. This cycle of 6 seasons is called the Ritu Chakra. Many of our festivals are connected with the season. Many of our songs and games are also related to the different season phases of the moon. Can you tell what is the name given to the changing shapes of the moon that we see? What are the names of the days on which we see a round moon and on which we see no moon at all? The full moon and the new moon. The moon revolves around the earth and the earth revolves around the sun. However, these two orbits intersect, hence the sun and the moon and the earth are not always along a straight line. We see half of the moon's surface which faces the earth. That is, from the earth we see only one side of the moon. The moon has no light of its own. We can see the moon because of the sun's light that falls on it. On a full moon night, we see the entire side of the moon that face, faces the earth. On a new moon night, we cannot see any of it. From the full moon to the new moon, the illuminated part of the moon seen from the earth becomes smaller and smaller. From new moon to full moon, it again grows bigger and bigger. These different shapes of the moon that we see are called the phases of the moon. The lunar the lunar month and days Tithi. You know that it takes 14 or 15 days for new moon to full moon. This is the fortnight of the waxing moon. After the full moon, the moon appears smaller and smaller, and after 14 to 15 days, it is new moon again. This period is the fortnight of the waning moon. Thus, the period from one new moon to the next it is of 28 to 30 days. It is called the lunar month. Every day of the lunar month is called a tithi. Always remember the rotation of the earth gives rise to day and night. The revolution of the earth and the inclination of its axis give rise to the cycle of seasons. The phases of the moon. The new moon 15 days, the full moon equal the waxing moon, the full moon 15 days, the new moon equal the waning moon. The fortnight of the waxing moon plus the fortnight of the waning moon is equal to a lunar month. What we have learned, the rotation of the earth causes day and night. The revolution of the earth around the sun and its inclined axis together cause the season. The revolution of the moon around the earth gives rise to the phases of the moon. The period from one new moon to the next is called a lunar month. It has about 28 to 38 days. The fortnight ending on a full moon is that of the waxing moon. The fortnight that ends on a new moon is that of the waning moon. The days of the lunar month are called tithis. Exercises. What's the solution? Amit wants to take his granny to Australia, which is in the southern hemisphere, but she cannot bear very cold weather. When should they make this trip? Use your brain power. How many rotation does the earth complete during one revolution around the sun? It is sunrise at Itanagar in Arunachal Pradesh. Write the name of the following cities in the order in which the sun will rise there. Mumbai, Maharashtra, Kolkata, West Bengal, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, Nagpur, Maharashtra. Fill in the blanks. The, the motion of the earth around itself is called dash. The motion of the earth around the sun is called dash. The rotation of the earth gives rise to dash. What is meant by each of the following terms? Full moon, new moon, lunar month, tithi. Answer the following questions. What is the equator? What are the two parts of the earth made by the equator activity? Find the names of the various tithis using a calendar which shows them.